One that really struck me in the writing of the book, doing all the research for the book, is we often say colloquially, every word matters. But there's some science behind this that to me really has left a lasting impact. So the story comes from the late 1970s. There's an American fish importer named Lee Lance, and he's trying to convince restaurants all across America to take in this new dish that he has discovered, and no one will take in this fish that he knows is perfect for the American palate. And he comes up with this insight that, you know what, maybe the problem's not the taste of the fish. Maybe the problem's the name of the fish. Patagonian toothfish was its name. And he says, I'm going to rename it Chilean sea bass. And when he renames it Chilean sea bass, it immediately becomes a smashing hit, a 30-fold increase in consumption of Chilean sea bass during the 1990s alone. And it's really a masterclass in thinking about how the words we use may have unintended consequences. There's really this question of like, what is the unintended consequences of the words that we use? And how can we make sure we choose the words that make the biggest impact? And if that feels a little abstract, I'll just share one study on this first one that I think will really make a difference for everybody. So the study is 1974. It's Elizabeth Loftus and John Palmer at the University of Washington. And they have this insight that one word can make a big difference. So here's what they do. They show a clip of a car crash, and it's those car crash where you see the car hurtling towards the wall. It hits the wall, the airbag goes up, and the challenge for those watching the clip is how fast was the car moving when the accident occurred. But the twist in the experiment is that they asked the question slightly different to each group. Sometimes they asked, how fast was the car moving when it smashed the wall? How fast was it going when it collided, bumped, hit, or contacted the wall? When they used the word smash, they thought vehicles were traveling at 40.5 miles per hour, versus though when they used the word contacted, the guess was only 31.8%. So sorry, 31.8 miles per hour. That's a 27% difference in the speed they're estimating by just changing the verb they used to describe hitting the wall. So words matter a lot, and they have a outsized impact on the way people perceive their world and their options.